my dream car. I'm scared to like sit inside it. That's how emotional this is gonna be. But we haven't bought it yet. You're gonna get another reaction when I buy the Khali. This is just test driving it. An orange carpet, a blue RR. I'm scared to sit in it because I'm gonna be a change woman after I sit in it. Why do I feel nervous? Like I'm meeting my future husband, because it might as well be my future husband. Oh, so classy. Even the way it turns on is very classy.
Does it feel like how you expected it to feel?
Yeah, but mine, I'm gonna get a different roof color. We're gonna get the whole thing one color. So if it's blue, it's gonna be everything blue. If it's orange, everything orange. Okay, let's go. I'm sweating. Dubai is a million degrees hot. Oh, I don't need to. Hi guys, we are back. I'm back and I'm about to talk to you guys about something that will probably change your life forever, which is why do people not take you seriously online? I'm gonna touch a little bit on offline as well, but why are people not taking us seriously online that they want to pay you the $1 million? Because listen, one thing about it, they do have the budget to pay people. Companies have the budget to pay people. People have the budget to pay people. I know friends that literally charge $100,000 to literally do a video with them for 2 hours. 100,000, not pesos, dollars. So long story short is people have the money, right? And if you want to become a woman that makes a lot of money, you gotta get out of that mindset of number one, oh, I can only make money if I work a job. No, you can make money once you know how to position yourself in a way where people respect you, they look up to you, and they want to pay you the big bucks. Stop thinking, oh, I'm not good at sales, I'm not important, I'm not valuable. That's the first mindset shift before we even get into the video. You are important. You deserve millions of dollars from a girl that had nothing special in her childhood, no special upbringing, no special even qualities as a girl. I never had any of the special things. But you know what I had? I was like, okay, well, if I'm not valuable right now in the market, I'm gonna make sure to make myself valuable in the market. And that's what made me a millionaire. So today we're gonna talk about the psychology, the science on how to make yourself a valuable woman where people want to pay you a lot of money. We are in my dream car that I might buy, you never know, soon, maybe in a couple weeks. Anyway, we're gonna leave that for another surprise for another day. But we're test driving. As you guys know, we've been test driving a couple cars where I literally have them for like 3-4 days. I've had the McLaren for a week because I was obsessed. Like, you just look like a badass woman. But this is actually my dream car. Not the colors, it's gonna be a whole different, but a Cullinan Rolls Royce. I've always wanted it for the past like 5 years. I'm test driving it. Am I obsessed? Yes, I'm obsessed. Am I about to faint? Yes. Just watch how we open the door, how I close the door and open the door. Such badass thing, because girls, I cannot touch this. Well, now you don't have to touch this, and I don't have a man to touch this for me, so I'm just gonna click a button that closes the door for me. But back to business. Back to business, okay? So I just want to say that you don't have a money problem, you don't have a value problem, you just have a psychology problem that you have not mastered yet to be taken seriously online, where people wanna respect you. Well, they are. Why is everyone so close to me? Why they respect you and they want to pay you a lot of money. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So the first thing that I want us to understand is the first impressions are survival mechanism. It's not something you take lightly or something that you can be casual about. There is a psychology. When people see you, a couple things they're gonna notice. Number one, your body language, and that goes online or and offline. People are noticing that. What is your posture? Are you like, yes, or are you a woman that she has her chest up, she knows what she's talking about, she moves her hands in ways that is very demure, very classy, very descriptive? I'm not saying do this in front of people and in their face, but I'm talking you add more value to what you're saying because you're moving your hand in a way that describes what you're saying, and it's very classy. You're not la, 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 la. You're descriptive. Okay, so that's your body language. Even your posture. Body language is not only your hands, it's your eyes. How are you looking at people? Are you truly looking deep in their eyes? Like, I see people recording content and they're like, they're not even looking at the camera because they're so like not in tune. And some people are like, this is how you make a lot of money as a woman, where you're never gonna be broke in your life. You see the difference between this is how you actually make money and a rich woman should do. There's a big difference in your body language, how it's gonna be. So I need us to take lessons if you have to. I need us to pay attention to how we show up online. How are we posting? How are we talking? How am I walking? Let me see, where am I going? I need to go there. So body language is extremely, extremely important. How you walk, how you pause, how calm are you? For example, when I walk into a restaurant and I have a business meeting, I don't walk, oh yeah, there's someone sitting there. No, I'm walking to the hostess. Hi, how are you? You look beautiful. We have reservations under this. That's offline. Online, also, I'm very classy. There's a time and place for you to be excited, to be loud, to be preaching. And there's a time and place where you're gonna really be not excited and maybe more laid back, because that shows power. When you're just like yelling like rah 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 all the time, that shows insecurity. Now again, there's a time and place. So I know sometimes when I'm meeting wealthy people, I'm not even talking about myself. I show my power. I become respected by how great of a listener I am. Very selective with my words. And this brings me to my second thing, which is your choice of words is important. Now, if you're doing a vlog, of course, your choice of words is very important. I'm not swearing every 2 seconds, using like just random slang, unless that's your style. But people are judging you based on that. And you're gonna get people that are not respecting you and not taking you seriously because the words that you use are very vulgar. People will respect someone who is very polished, someone that is also authentic, but very polished, very demure. You gotta pay attention. And how I got my choice of words to be better, I listen to a podcast, guys, every single day. Every single morning I wake up and I listen to a podcast. I also love reading books, and I love listening to interviews where people are using amazing words. Now, I'm not saying use big words and act like you're so intelligent, but the choice of words should be well thought through. Now, the third thing that it takes me to is your tone. I know you might look at these and it's like, Afnan, it's so simple. Why are we spending all this time on it? Because I promise you, the way you speak is what's gonna almost make or break your life. And that goes to your relationships, that goes to business, that goes to sales, that goes to friendships. Speaking is such a skill that I have no idea why we don't teach it in schools. Most kids should learn public speaking or just speaking in general, because it will serve you in every single area in your life. It's the most important skill because we literally speak every single day. Nothing happens without speaking. Now, the last thing that I want to touch base on is your tone. I want you to like almost take a look on how I'm speaking. First of all, when you pause, it shows power, not weakness. So I need us, when we're speaking, it's okay to pause and look at people. If you're speaking in front of someone, what is their body language is? How is the silence gonna make them feel? Because sometimes the silence is gonna actually make them take things in and understand what you're saying. It depends on what setting, right? Silence, maybe if it's a business negotiation, will make them feel uncomfortable, where they're gonna almost have to like back down and let you win the conversation or win the negotiation. So there's power in silence. Don't try to say everything. Now, unless you're telling your friend a story, who cares? I'm talking about public speaking, online, offline. There's a time and place where some of my words, I'm stressing on my words. Others, I'm skipping through them fast. You see how I made fast very long? So these are things that, I mean, I can give you guys a whole course on it, but for now, I need us to work on it. Go on YouTube, listen to people, learn the psychology, but it is a huge big deal to know how to speak, to notice these things, because we live in a world where people are judging you based off that. So I need us to put more emphasis on how we're speaking. all that I just talked about, that's all branding. There's not a right or wrong way, but whatever you do, be intentional with it, because that is literally your brand. Now, I remember when I started posting online like 6-7 years ago, I would just like post anything, whatever gets me views and likes, I would post. So I was getting a lot of views, millions of views, but that did not translate into people following me, and let alone them paying me, because I was very casual. I was just following trends. I did not speak my truth. I did not give people perspective shifts. And this is, a free tip, that if you want to go viral and you want people to pay you a lot of money for whatever industry, whatever niche you're in, I need you to literally put the word perspective shifts like in the center of your house, where you look at it every single day. What is a perspective shift? You're changing people's mind by teaching them a new way of living, of go brother, go habibi, go. The spaceship that I'm driving. How did I go from a McLaren to this? Oh, go, you wanna go? Oh, that's fine. It's fine to block the road. Totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's your world and we all just live in it, brother. You only start having road rage once you drive in Dubai. Because I don't even have road rage, but all of these people make you wanna have road rage. Perspective shifts. Whatever industry, whatever niche you're in, if you give perspective shifts, you're gonna change people's mind. You're gonna rewire them in a way that no one have rewired them before, because you're not just sharing information. You're almost giving them a transformation in their brain, in their mindset, in how they look at things. They will forever look up to you and respect you. So if it's one thing to do in your niche, in your industry, on social media, in your brand, give perspective shifts. Now, the second thing that I need us to focus on is authority is manufactured, not granted. People don't just look at you as like this public figure that I should look up to just because XYZ. It's not granted to you just because you're posting, just because you're showing up. It's given to you, or will be given to you, when you manufacture it. Now, I'm not saying fake it. Now, let's pay attention to my wording, please. Manufacture it as in the way you present the whole thing. How are you dressed up? Are you showing on your social media in your pajamas that are not so cute? If it's a silk pajama, it's different. In your pajama, looking all messy, hair messy, and like just not looking put together. That does not mean full makeup. That does not mean very presentable. Again, it all depends on your brand and what you're trying to build. When you are a person that pays attention, for me, I pay attention to how I'm dressed up. I need to make sure it is classy, it is very me. I'm not just showing me in a beach club, for example. The vibe is very well put together. I sometimes wear nice suits because that shows authority. I'm always put together. That girls are like, Afnan, do you ever have your hair messed up? Well, no, actually, because my hair is never messed up. It also goes from like production, basically the quality of the content that you have. Like, look at you guys love my content because it's good quality camera, it's nice editing. Now, of course, in the beginning, it wasn't for me the highest quality, but it was always the best I can do at that time. Clean, good lighting, not too much filters. People care about these things because they look at you as someone like, wow, I aspire to that person, I respect that person. So you need to pay attention to the production, to the quality. All of that matters. As soon as you see someone with a lab coat, what do you assume? You assume they're a doctor, and you can trust them with checking you. You can even trust them with opening your heart sometimes if you need an open heart surgery. So you don't ask for their degree. You don't ask for their credentials. You don't ask for proof. What do you see? The first thing, you're like, oh wow, you're wearing a lab coat? I trust you. That's how crazy perception is. And again, it is not granted, it is manufactured. So make sure you manufacture it. Now, the third thing that I want us to pay attention to is energy and delivery outweighs knowledge. I know people, business people, that they don't have a good branding on social media. They don't have that presence online because they don't know how to have the energy and the right delivery where people with less talent, with less knowledge are making probably what they make in a month in like a day because of their powerful branding and their energy. So energy is extremely important. How do you show up? Is it excited? Is it calm? Is it nervous? People can feel that. Like if you are not a good speaker and you get nervous on camera and people can feel it, how about you practice speaking at least an hour, 2 hours to the camera where you don't post these things every single day so you get numb to it. I promise you by 30 days, you're just gonna be more comfortable being on camera. The other day we were shooting, me and my 2 friends, and I was literally, not even joking, this quiet. Like I was just like, chilling. Okay, yeah. The camera guy literally put the camera on my face. I was rolling. It was game time. People don't want to see no quiet Afnan. They want to see Afnan dropping gems. So guess what I did? I was game on, energy on. Although I did not have energy, I was extremely exhausted. A Red Bull just went in me without even me drinking the Red Bull. On energy. It is all part of you being respected on social media. What kind of energy? High energy, low energy, calm energy, grounded energy. Now, even the delivery of how are you delivering the message? When I'm delivering any message on social media, I make sure my delivery is not a boring delivery. I can say, and I love mentioning this so many times, I can say consistency is important. Make sure you are consistent. But what do I say? I say millionaires, they master boredom. Rich people trust their vision and doubt their fear. Poor people doubt their vision and trust their fear. It gets people to think. I could have made the message so simple, but I want the delivery to be exciting. Now, another thing is location. Think about the location that I post that I am in when I'm posting on social media. If I'm creating a video, I need to make sure the location is nice. Now, that does not mean a nice, fancy place every single time, but a well put together place. And if you don't have the resources for a well put together place, because at some point I did not have the resources, I didn't have a nice house, I didn't have a nice car, I was not traveling all the time. What did I do? I went to nice coffee shops. I went to nice restaurants, nice hotel lobbies, and you can sit there and record whatever you want to record and get things done. Even sometimes a nice park, a nice street can do the job, but be very mindful on the location because people will respect you and will put a title. They will pay you more depending on how you show up, and people are judgmental. We do judge a book by its cover, unfortunately. So if the world judges us by the cover, aka how I speak, aka how I walk, aka how I talk, I'm gonna make sure I play the world's game because, again, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again, I'm not trying to change the world right now. I'm just trying to change my world. And then after that, we can focus on changing the world. If you have to jump up and down on a song to have that energy before you go on camera, do it. If you have to drink 5 shots of espresso, some Red Bull, do it. Whatever it takes to have high, good, positive energy. And if you don't have good energy, stay off camera because we don't need your toxic, rude energy on camera, okay? We need nice vibes only. Now, number 4, that's why people trust certain faces on social media versus others that don't. Number 1, we love familiar faces. So you want to get into the habit of posting a lot so your face gets familiar on social media. That's number 1. Number 2, facial expressions. People can tell kind eyes, kind behavior. What was so interesting is I did one of my interviews in Miami and I was leaving the store, and just how I always do is when I left the store, I was just telling the security guard that was opening the door for me, I'm like, thank you so much, have a nice day, which I always do. And everyone in the comments was like, wow, she's so respectable, she's amazing. So it was just that one thing of just manners in general that made people love me and trust me even more. That's something to just keep in mind. Be intentional with these things. If you're gonna be on camera, make sure you show how good of a person you are and not skip those because maybe you're busy or in the moment. Because sometimes you're like, there's cameras, I'm busy in the moment. You forget manners. Always remember manners, whether you're busy or you're not. That's number 1. Number 2 is monotone or passionate speakers. No one trusts someone who is monotone, with no expressions, with no you feel like you're not getting anything. But when you are, think about this, if I'm saying, guys, you have to make a lot of money to be a woman with power, because a woman with power can never be controlled, and for women that is extremely important. Sis, I'm scared, what is happening? But if you are someone who's like, ladies, and it doesn't have to be yelling, by the way, ladies, I need us to have our own money, because when you have your own money, you withhold power. People will respect you. They're not gonna walk all over you, because when you can be controlled by your finances, the wrong men are, you see what I mean? I'm very passionate. There's facial expressions, there is, tone, all of that you gotta apply, because that's what's gonna make people trust you even more. Number 5, and I'm gonna be honest here, so if this is a trigger warning that some people are gonna be triggered, okay? Here are some mistakes that kills authority online. Number 1, when you are begging for likes, when you are begging for views, when you are begging for sales, like, oh, you guys don't buy my product although it's the best, that's why you stay broke. When you talk with that language to people, no one is gonna wanna follow you or buy from you, because that is repulsive energy. People know, number 1, that you are actually not winning. Wait, am I supposed to go there?
No.
No? Would you like to take a break? Take a break about what? Why is the Rolls Royce telling me to take a break? Would you like to take a break? Places to stop. Wow, no! That's a whole level of luxury. Why is my Rolls Royce realizing that I am tired? So it literally messaged me, would you like to take a break? It says, do not ask again, or places to stop, or remind me later. What are you, my emotional support, honey? You're my emotional support, honey? That's my emotional support. I love you so much. Oh, checking on me. Nobody checks on me but my Rolls Royce. That's a flex. You know who checks on me? My Rolls Royce. What does your car do? Actually, it's not my Rolls Royce, but you know what the point. Once I get it, soon. What a badass woman. This is why you need expensive cars. Because even the car know that I am expensive and I need rest and break. So thank you for it. Back to what I was saying. Putting fear into people instead of being an abundant leader is gonna turn off a lot of the audience. No one wants to have fear put into them in a way where you're calling people broke. No one wants to be called broke. That's not how people are gonna buy from you, whatever you're trying to sell. How about you show them why you're so valuable, why you're so good, by value, by giving perspective shifts, not by telling them that, oh, you got all the money and they don't. That is the wrong way to market a business or to market a personal brand. Now, another thing is, if you are someone that over explains, over apologizes, I've seen people be like, oh, I'm so sorry guys, I'm spamming you with a lot of content about my webinar, but I know it's gonna be so amazing. Why are you apologizing? If you wanna say something, if you wanna do something, do it with your chest. Own it fully. Absolutely. Don't even apologize 1 second for it. That's like me saying, oh, I'm so sorry guys, I post so much content, but that's exactly what gets me far in life, because more people enjoy the content, more people find me. So I will never apologize for anything I say, whether it's an idea, whether it's amount of content I post, whether it's the craziness. That's my truth. If someone wants to follow me, they love my truth, they relate to my truth. And if they don't, that's totally fine. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and so is not everyone my cup of tea either. So it's fine. I'm not here to be liked by everyone. I just need the right people. Say what you mean, and that's it. Sometimes in the comments we're like, well, why did you say this way? This just shows, like yesterday I actually had someone was like, because I said humbleness is what's keeping you broke. Now I explained this, so if you actually listen to the video, you will understand what do I mean by humble. I was talking about humble as in show off your skills, how good you are, not your assets. Which, if you want to show off your assets too, by all means, or your liabilities. But I was talking about don't be humble, where people are walking all over you. They're like, you talk about God, but then here you are. God says you should be humble. Of course you should be humble. I'm not saying be an arrogant piece of listen to the message. So guess what I did? I didn't even reply. I'm like, if you want to assume all these assumptions, I just let people be. I'm not over explaining, because 98% of the people that saw that post understood what I mean, because these are people that actually follow me and they know what I stand for. They know that I always talk about God. I am extremely humble, but there was a message for business there. So long story short is, stop spending a lot of time over explaining. Get so busy with creating versus consuming. So lastly, this is some practical things that I want us to apply and do on how to instantly upgrade your perception where people respect you online. Number one, I need us to give way more perspective shifts no matter what our niche is. Number two, I need us to speak slower with more bass in our tone, where I'm not speaking la 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 la. Yeah guys, how are you? Like, speak with your chest. Know what you're talking. Use your eyes to speak while you're actually speaking. Don't be like, use your eyes, use your tone, slower paced. Know when to speed up, when to slow down. Know when to raise your voice and when to calm your voice down, because they both have different effects and you need to know what effect you want to give people. Very important. Now, the second thing that I want us to also do is to make sure the choice of words and the language is very particular. Nothing is random. It's all on purpose. Everything we do in this life, it's intentional. So I need us to read more books. There's an app that I have on my phone that teaches me a new word every single day. It's important to expand your vocabulary, because even sometimes you can use one word that makes people be like, wow, she's very educated. Now, don't use words that no one knows about. Be very intentional with that. And lastly, use your environment as a tool. Where are you hanging out? Like, even if you're hanging out with your friends today, choose better places. Stop being so chill and casual about it because you're casual about this restaurant that is casual. No, be intentional. Where we're gonna go? Okay, we're gonna spend that time. Might as well, I need to be in a good location, good environment. So maybe I can actually meet amazing people, and I can also get some content. It's always a full circle moment. I'm always trying to do multiple things at the same time. So right now we're literally going to eat. So I'm like, oh, we're going to eat. Pull the camera. We're gonna record something for my people, because I like to get multiple benefits from one thing. So now we're gonna go to Atlanta, speak at InvestFest, and it's a speaking event that we got paid to do. So that's number one. I'm gonna make sure we get a vlog from it. I'm gonna make sure we also network and find new investors for the new project. I'm gonna also make sure we build connections, but also create a bunch of reels for the next 2 weeks, but also get my speech so it can be also on YouTube, not just as a vlog, as a full speech. I'm finding how can we squeeze all the benefits from one activity, and that's what I want you guys to do. Lastly, I want to end with, people don't pay the best. People pay who they believe is the best, because of the authority, because of the perception, because of how they show up on the place that we technically get all our recommendations from, which is social media, which is a brand. So I don't know what you do in this life. Now I pray you know what you do in this life. Make sure you build a brand. That's the easiest and fastest way to get rich. And if you need help building a brand, we're gonna leave a link down below. I want to see how we can help you build a brand. Of course, to work with me, to work with my team, so we can help you scale. So check out the link, and I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Make sure to make $1 million today, because what else?